What is going on, everyone? I hope all of you guys are doing well. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a brand new video. This is going to be a collection update. I have accumulated a lot of great titles, DVD, Blu-ray, and even 4K. Kind of been picking some stuff up that I need. eBay's been doing pretty well for the most part, and just things are slowly getting better. I'll be getting unemployment again. I've got my tax refund coming in. So things on the bill side are going to be great to an extent. There's some other bills I need to take care of, but I won't be able to until I start making a little bit more on eBay because my car and car insurance, that's the most important thing, especially if it ends up if I can end up finding a part-time job. At least I'll have my car running and I'll be able to, go to that. But things are getting better and I'm pretty happy. Can't say that enough. Now that things are getting better, I figured, I would start picking up a few things here and there. And yeah, there's a lot. I do have 3 movie reviews coming pretty soon. I ended up watching 3 movies last night, all personal favorites, of course. So keep an eye out on those. But yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna start off with the CD I picked up. So I picked up Glee Season 3, the graduation album. I am a big fan of the Glee TV series. You could relate to a lot on that series, and I feel like it was way ahead of its time. It, had some, it had some really great music, and unfortunately, 3 actors from the series have sadly passed away. Um, but nonetheless, I thought it was a great series. But we do have 13 songs. We've got We Are Young, Edge of Glory, I Won't Give Up, We Are the Champions, School's Out, I Was Here, I'll Remember, You Get What You Give, Not the End, Roots Before Branches, Glory Days, Forever Young, and Good Riddance. So a nice selection of songs. I do have a couple Glee albums. I've been trying to slowly pick up all their music releases. And then I picked up a VHS release. Now this, well, I don't have a VCR, but this was something I could not pass up on, even if it's just for collecting purposes. This is a Disney film that I don't feel like, well, now let me rephrase that. I feel like a lot of people don't know this movie exists, um, unless you're someone like me who grew up in the 90s and Nickelodeon and Disney Channel were pretty much your everyday life. But I picked up the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia Phenomenon, starring Tony Danza. Not something I come across very often. I remember this movie, watching it a few times back in the day, and just being like a fun, entertaining, cheesy film. And yeah, he plays a garbage man who he's got a foot. He can really kick a football, and it just so happens, throughout the film, things end up leading him to becoming the cooker, becoming the kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a fun movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, I thought that was a nice little pickup there from Goodwill. Let's start off with the DVDs. So the first one here, Walmart had this for $5, which was very surprising. This is a film I don't really care to have on Blu-ray. I figured for $5, why not pick it up? It's not going to be a film I'll probably watch a lot, maybe once a year or so, give or take, I don't know. But when I saw on YouTube, I liked, and that is 80 for Brady. I've heard some pretty mixed things about this, but it's got a great cast. I mean, we got Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Sally Field, Tom Brady, Rita Moreno. A pretty great cast, so I figured why not for $5? give it a shot. I think it's going to be a fun one. Then I went to Goodwill, and Goodwill had some pretty great films. Excuse me. Now, before I get started, take my water. So my voice is getting a little bit raspy. So, uh, they had some, what is it, Platinum Disc Corporation releases. Some of the transfers on those are not the greatest. A lot of them used to be released in the jewel case and then got re-released in the standard, uh, what do they call it, like keep case, the 14 type case. But I did manage to find a couple, so let's get into it. So the first one here is a Lorenzo Lamas. I don't have any Lorenzo Lamas films in my collection, so I found Undercurrent. Looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure what year this is from, but you know what? Why not give it a shot? Some of Lorenzo Lamas's films are actually pretty good, um, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Well, whoever, it depends on the person's opinion, but for me, from what I've seen, I like his stuff. The next one here is a film that stars Eric Roberts, and it's called Hitman's Run. It looks pretty interesting. I don't know who else is in this other than Eric Roberts. So, yeah, if you've seen it, let me know what your thoughts are. The next one here is another Lorenzo Lamas film, and it's Good Cop, Bad Cop. I don't think there's anybody else well known in this other than, let's see. Yeah, doesn't look like it other than Lorenzo Lamas. So, very cool to find that. This one I thought was pretty cool. It's got Morgan Fairchild and Frank Stallone. We have a convention coming up next month, and actually one of the guests there is going to be Morgan Fairchild, which is pretty cool. Morgan Fairchild's one of those actresses a lot of times you'll recognize who she is. She's got that very unique, distinct voice. Shows up in pretty much everything. Very attractive, I have to say. She's been aging pretty well, to say the least. I'm sure there's a lot of work done, as people say, but I think she's just a actress who I think the character she plays or she's casted in these films, I think she does it perfectly. It's like, if you're going to be not typecast, but like if you're going to be in just a wide variety of movies and you're given a role, then you're going to do what you can to, really kill that role. And I feel like Morgan Fairchild kind of falls in that category. But I picked up Midnight Cop. I don't know what kind of film this is. I don't know if it's like a thriller, drama type, horror. I don't know, but why not give it a shot? I'm sure it's gonna be bad, but it might be one of those so bad it's good. Next one here is a Roger Corman film, and what's really cool about this is a film that stars Ron Howard way back in his early days, and this not only is this directed by him, it's written and it stars him. It's under the Roger Corman line, and that is Grand Theft Auto Tricked Out Edition. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Editor is Joe Dante, which is pretty cool. Um, Stars Nancy Morgan and Marion Ross. Don't know who those are. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's written by Rance Howard and Ron Howard. I'm not sure who Rance Howard is. I don't know if that's his dad or another relative. But of course, it's written by him and Rance, and then of course it's directed by Ron Howard. So yeah, looking forward to that. That should be a decent movie. The next one here is Tidal Wave. Looked pretty interesting. I like disaster movies, but to an extent, they have to have like a good story. But this looks pretty interesting. I think it's from like 1997, so why not? The next one here is called Humble Pie. Looks pretty interesting. It's got Daniel Baldwin, Bruce McGill from Animal House. Um, who else is in this? It's got William Baldwin. What's his name? Hubbard. What is it? Hubbard Palmer? Is that his name? Hubble Palmer, yeah. I think he is the one dude from the Sasquatch gang, or this, yeah, whatever that Sasquatch movie is, with Justin Long. It's got the guy from Grind and Cabin Fever. It's got Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. I think it's like from the same people who do Napoleon Dynamite. You guys will know who I'm talking about. But he's in this, and this film looks pretty. From what I read, it sounded pretty interesting. So I figured, you know what? Why not? I'm always a fan of indie films, so I figured it would be something definitely worth watching. And then I found a couple Speed Racer volumes. First one is the collector's edition of Speed Racer, which is like what, volume one. It's got a bunch of episodes that are part one, part two, and then I found Speed Racer volume 4. Um, I will be on the hunt to finding the others. Yeah, so wish I could say more, but I like Speed Racer. I figured I would pick these up and try to get the other ones down the road. Continuing on, I definitely need my water for this. Let's see. Oh wait, I forgot one more DVD. My bad. See, I'm not prepared, so I do apologize. The last DVD I picked up is Dinner with Friends. This was actually still sealed. It's got a great cast: Dennis Quaid, Andy McDowell, Greg Kinnear, and Toni Collette. It's an HBO video release, and I don't know when this movie came out. It doesn't say, but why not? Alright. I guess we can get into the Blu-rays or 4Ks. Let's just get into the Blu-rays. So the first one, actually, let me fix this before stuff starts falling down. That's the last thing I want to do. So the first one I got here is a complete series of one of my favorite Disney shows. I used to watch the reruns of this, but you don't see this type of series aired anymore, which is unfortunate. And of course, with Disney Plus, you can go back and revisit the stuff. I'm kind of hoping that they will do some of the other shows, like Darkwing Duck would be pretty cool, and Gargoyles. Excuse me. But I picked up the complete series of Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, one of my favorite. Very happy to pick this one up. This one's only like $24. Check out your local Walmart. I know they got it there, and yeah, I feel like for a six disc set with 65 episodes for $25, I think is a really good deal. Actually, I'm gonna move that off to the side, so it will be part of the 4K releases. Next one here, I picked up to add to my TMNT collection. One that I've heard mixed reviews for, but I'm excited to check it out, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. Like I said, her mixed reviews, but I'm a Turtles fan, and I figured why not give it a shot. I'm sure I'm gonna like it. From what I've seen, I liked. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun watch. Then I ordered 3 titles from Double Jump Video Games. If you guys aren't familiar with Cooper, he's got 3 channels. He's got the Double Jump Video Game channel, an eBay channel, and then he's got his Cooper channel. Can't remember the name of his Cooper channel, but I know it's got Cooper in it. But his name in it, in the title of his channel, his channel name is what I'm trying to say. It's like I'm tired. It's like 9, almost 10 at night. Um, but always wanted to check out his store on, at least online. One day I'll make the trip to go and visit his store. But yeah, I wanted to see what they had. Because usually they'll share their stuff on Facebook of like trade-ins or things they've got that they're adding to the store, and it always catches my interest. So I was like, okay, let me go in and see what they got. Managed to pick up 3 titles. One was kind of a mistake, um, but the first one I got is Pete's Dragon. This is the remake. So they had the original pictured as advertised, but it wasn't. It was actually the the newer one, which is a little disappointing. But it's okay. I've been wanting to check this one out for a little while, and they had it for $4.99, which I thought was a pretty decent price range. So picked that up, and then I picked up the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of Assault on Precinct 13. This was $7.99. I thought it was a steal. I knew right away I had to grab it. Was not expecting the slip with it, so that was pretty cool. I've been wanting to get this one for quite a while. I've heard some pretty good things about it, so I'm pretty excited to eventually watch that. And then they had an Umbrella Entertainment Blu-ray, and it's a film that I've been wanting to add to the collection. I know there's a Scream Factory Blu-ray and there's a Scream Factory 4K, but I was like, you know what, for $7.99, yes, it's a Region 2 release, or not Region 2, but like a Region B. Is Region B Region 2 or is it Region 4? I can't remember exactly, but it's one of those regions. But this does have tons of special features, and I figured why not add an Umbrella Entertainment release in my collection. So I ended up getting Stephen King's Silver Bullet. I love the artwork to this. It's like the old style like book, like kind of like a paperback, because it's got like all the creases and stuff. But you do get some features, you get some interviews, some featurettes, some audio commentary, so not bad. Um, Especially for an Australian release, I figured why not, and it does work. A lot of the Australian Blu-rays, um, from what I've seen and what I've played personally, they work. Um, so if you're looking to import, you can do that. I'm not 100% if every film will be like that, but I'm sure a good majority of them are. So continuing on, the next one here, I didn't show this in my last collection update, but I ended up picking up the Wishmaster collection, part of the Vestron video release. Um, I like the first one. I still haven't seen the other ones. No, let me rephrase that. I've seen part 2. I don't think I've seen 3 or 4, but I know I've seen part 2. Part 2's okay. Nothing beats part 1. Uh, went to Walmart. At Walmart, they had Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. This being the Mill Creek Entertainment Blu-ray. Very happy with this one. I do have some steelbook like protective cases coming for my steelbooks. So yeah, very happy to finally get that one. I know they had it advertised on their website, but I just kind of waited until the right time when they were going to release it in stores, and yeah, they finally did. So very happy with that. The next one here is the Scream Factory release of Night of the Demons. I was gonna originally get the 4K, but you know what? I'd rather save some money, and plus the other films of the Night of the Demons are on Blu-ray. Why they didn't release them in 4K is beyond me, but I figured, I didn't want to be OCD about it, so picked that up. And then I went ahead and picked up Night of the Demons 2, as well as 3. Very happy. It's been a while since I've seen these, so I don't remember a whole lot other than the kid from Are You Afraid of the Dark and the Tomorrow People. He was in like the 90s version of the Tomorrow People. If you guys saw my unboxing, I've mentioned that. Like it had different incarnations of it, but yeah, he's in one of the sequels. And then I picked up the Blu-ray box set Farscape, the complete series. This is the 25th anniversary edition. Really nice set. You get tons of features. which is very nice. So yeah, very happy with that. Definitely wanted one that I wanted to add to my collection for sure. Oh, I didn't realize this has damage right on the side. Like, ooh, that is. Oh, how did I not know that? Do you guys see that? I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but like there's a crease and you can tell it's that sucks. That's I guess what happens when Amazon decides to put this in a freaking mailer rather than a box. But nonetheless, it's okay. I mean, as long as it keeps that way and doesn't get more, uh, you know, not more, but it doesn't get worse, is the term I'm trying to use. All right, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep going. Next one is RoboCop 3, the Scream Factory release with the slip. RoboCop 3 is okay. It's not the greatest film, but I do like it for what it is. I also went ahead and picked up RoboCop 2, one of my favorite sequels. Glad to pick that one up. These I will save for last. So let's put these. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm a little unprepared. All right, fix that. Oh, nope, that goes in the 4K spot. Okay, so the next one hit. Bleh, can't speak. Man, I am tired. The next one here is a Little Nicky, the Shout Factory, Scream Factory release. Really happy that this got a Blu-ray release. Does include features on the back, which is pretty nice. Looks great. I watched this last night, so yeah, it looks really, really good. Then I picked up Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. Film I've been wanting to add to the collection for quite some time. If you're a fan of the Beatles, definitely one to check out. It's got Alice Cooper's in it. Steve Martin's in it. He does Maxwell Silverhammer, I believe. Or whatever that song is. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen this. It's got Peter Frampton and, of course, the Bee Gees. Picked up Eurotrip. This was a weird release. Not this, but just the release of this film on Blu-ray is kind of weird. So, a few years ago, well, no, maybe it was like 26. Was it 2016? It might have been 2016. I believe there was a Blu-ray release around that time of Eurotrip. But then I think it went out of print and they got re-released. But it was the rated version. Not sure why they never decided to release the unrated version. Then they finally released the unrated version on Blu-ray. Just kind of weird why they didn't just release both versions on one Blu-ray, or why they had to do separate is beyond me. But yeah, just kind of weird. One of my favorite films from 2004. It's definitely one I've been wanting to revisit, but I held off because I wanted to get the Blu-ray. So very happy to finally get that. And then I ended up picking up RoboCop the series. I know this is going to be cheesy, but I'm pretty excited to watch this one. It is region free. It is a region 2 release. So yeah, very happy with that. So now we're going to get on to the 4Ks. Did manage to pick up a few 4K titles. So let's get into it. So the first one here is The Last Dragon. I've been wanting to get this one on 4K for quite some time. I used to have the Blu-ray back in the day, but yeah, very, very happy to finally get that, and no better way than a steelbook. Then I picked up the Kino Lorber release of The Monster Squad. This another one that I watched last night. I don't know what it is, but there's something interesting about the transfer on my disc. There were spots that you could tell were like blurry, like the quality changed. It was kind of weird in certain scenes. And then it kind of just stopped, like it froze in one specific scene. But I was able to get that fixed. But yeah, I don't know if mine's kind of a defect or what, or if that's something that's been showing up. But yeah, I just found it interesting, and I'm not gonna take the hassle trying to get a better, return it and try to get a better, a better, what's the term I'm looking for? Like, one that's not messed up. But nonetheless, I'm very happy with that. Then I picked up Varsity Blues. Love this movie. It looks great. Um, Highly underrated drama. Had the Blu-ray, I think, at one point. Got rid of it, but very happy to finally have it on 4K. And then I picked up the Disney film Cinderella. Just trying to pick up some of my favorite Disney films. I always like Cinderella. It's just a really, just great story and just some really great characters. And I can't wait to check this one out on 4K. And then the last 4K that I picked up is Titanic. This was a must for me. Um, I love this movie. One of my personal favorites, if I'm going to be honest. I've always been fascinated with the Titanic. Um, and this and what is the other one? True Lies will probably be the only two James Cameron films that I get on 4K because I don't really care for any of the other ones. But yeah, very happy to pick that up. So there you have it. That is my collection update. I do have a few unboxings coming, so there'll probably be another separate update. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you've seen any of these movies, let me know what your thoughts are. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel on Film Talk with Mikey, and until next time, guys, we'll talk films. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.